Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. In this Warcraft Rumble HEROIC campaign guide, I show you an easy way to take down Kashoch the Reaver in Winterspring. Heroic Kashoch the Reaver is perhaps one of the easiest heroic bosses in the game, and that's because of these freezing winds. Temporarily freezes all units it touches, frozen units damage all nearby units when they break free. And in the heroic version, this temporarily means permanently. So everything that is touched by the winds, and the winds go through their lanes, like that, and like this here, everything that's touched by them is going to be frozen forever. So most of Kashoch's attacks are going to be just frozen forever. It is still possible to lose this. Sometimes Kashoch actually manages to make some coherent attacks, but Kashoch is just not very strong. So the strategy that I like to use with this one is that I first like to take this tower. The first push I make here will destroy this tower, and then there's going to be these winds coming, and then any survivors and the tower are going to be frozen. But that's perfectly fine, because I want this tower so that Kashoch can put minis here so that they would be able to attack, and also I can place minis here that can attack against Kashoch. Typically harpies. I like harpies in this map, I like chickens in this map because they are fast, and with these winds, yeah, you need kind of fast units. If you send slow units, then they're just going to be enveloped by the winds. So it's mainly fast units and unbounds that I use to attack Kashoch, and some units sometimes you need something like chickens to defend as well. There might be some units that get through, and they're mostly single target units, so that means that chickens are really strong against those as well. So this is the army that I use for Kashoch. As many heroic cards that I have made, I have 4 core minis that I use with every army, and then 2 flex slots. So the core minis here are the Earth Elemental, who's going to tank Kashoch. Earth Elemental, there's physical damage against Earth Elemental, so Earth Elemental being armored is great. Then I need an unbound damage dealer, and I use Skeleton Party. You can also use Whelpex. I've seen many people use Whelpex. The problem with Whelpex is that Kashoch typically kills the Whelpex immediately. It kills the eggs, and then the whelps get one hit in, and Kashoch does not turn around. I haven't been able to turn Kashoch around with the Earth Elemental, so it also kills the whelps immediately. So that's why Skeleton Party, so that Earth Elemental can be placed first, and then Skeleton Party will shoot from behind. Then the pair of fast minis, harpies. If I can get harpies from the tower to Kashoch, you need to time it so that there's no ice storm coming, so no freezing winds are coming, so that harpies won't get frozen. Then they're just going to poison Kashoch once there's an Earth Elemental tanking. Because Kashoch damage is AoE, so all harpies will die instantly if Kashoch is shooting at them. And then chickens for defensive purposes, also for attack. Then a pair of flex slots. Here I have an unbound mini that deals a bit of damage, and then I have just a cycle limit that can also stun, can also be used for defense, but that varies between various armies. The 4 core minis are the important ones. And just blasting Kashoch, when everything goes really well, you get the tower immediately, and then you will be able to send harpies out there, and Kashoch will just fall. When everything goes a little bit poorly, you can still typically do it with unbound spam at the end, at the very latest. Because everyone still attacks frozen minis, and frozen minis, when they're destroyed, they are going to explode, then that means that it's a little bit unpredictable whether you're able to just end this in a single push. It depends on what Kashoch is going to summon, where Kashoch is going to summon them, because then you just happen to kill some of the minis, and then they explode, and your plans go a little bit awry. But anyway, this is not going to be a hard one. If you can't end it with a well-timed harpy push, you can always end it with the unbounds. Just remember to keep a little bit of an eye on your base as well, so it doesn't accidentally get destroyed, and chickens will help you defend. So let's take a look at this boss in action. So heroic Kashoch first with Alliance, and I really want to take the tower with the first push. I try to cycle really quickly to get an Earth Elemental to tank it, and then send unbounds or send something to grab it, and also send a miner to the right side, because there's some gold already available on the right, and sending that miner there is just going to be good. Alright, now we're getting some gold. And here, as soon as the tower is complete, I want to send harpies. Go harpies, go, 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 go. And I want to send the Earth Elemental in time as well, because Kashoch targets from pretty far away. This time, obviously, as you can see, there was a blizzard that killed my harpies, so no quick win for me here. I'll need to work on this a little bit more. And also Kashoch manages to make a push, because sometimes just like no minis reach your base from there. So in this one, pretty much everything went wrong that can go wrong, but we're still totally fine. That's the beauty of this heroic map, so still going to be fine. I should have turned the arrow there, though. I could have sent those harpies towards Kashoch, even though they would have killed the Stonehoof Tauren that was frozen there first, so not sure if they could have actually reached it, but they might have. So, alright. We go blasting in again. Sadly, those chickens are going to die when they destroy the frozen mini. If they can even destroy the frozen mini. But it's okay. We have time, we have time. So, in this position, I want to start sending these unbound assaults. And when I put them far enough in the corner, then they are not going to get frozen. Everything else pretty much is getting frozen. Trying to send some harpies out there, although I'm not sure if harpies can make it at this point anymore. There's just so many frozen minis everywhere that it's going to be difficult for the harpies to actually... Yeah, harpies can't get past all of those frozen minis, but unbounds can always handle it. I've also seen some people use spells to clear out some of the frozen minis near Kashoch, and I suppose that is an option, although then those cards are quite dead for the vast majority of the fight, which is of course a little bit more awkward. Anyway, time to get into the fight a little bit. Sending out some minis. Now a little bit of an awkward timings there though. And now because of the bomb, wasn't able to defend properly. Yeah, I guess some mistakes were made. But anyway, if I can't get the harpies out there in time, if there's going to be so much stuff that there's just so many frozen minis that it will be impossible to send the harpies out there, we can always finish this with unbounds. That is always an option in this one, so I'm not overly worried. Just need to delay this push a little bit until everything is going to get frozen again. And whoops, that's one frozen troll. And some more frozen thingies. And now we're going to be fine. It's going to be overtime, but overtime is okay. That means more gold and more income that I can spend specifically to start spamming Kashoch with some unbounds. Okay, I would need to get to a position where I can have an Earth Elemental ready. Here comes the Earth Elemental. Then comes the unbound DPS behind Kashoch. My base is not particularly threatened. I have a good push going on against Kashoch, and Kashoch is going to go down. Next up is Heroic Kashoch with Beasts, so again the same story. I want to take that tower on the left immediately, and I want to send a miner to the right immediately, because there's some free gold to be had there. So we're trying to push, press the assault. Come on, take the tower please, would you be so kind? On the other hand, maybe you are not. Well, it's a bit of a bummer. I have to try to... But no, now that went poorly. Because what happened there was that the tower was destroyed by the explosion from the breaking ice, and that means that the tower became neutral for a moment. But I was able to recover from that. But obviously now I can't just do one single quick push and be done with it. That will no longer be possible because I spent my sweet time taking the tower. However, the tower is mine. And stuff is frozen apart from that Tauren. Sending out some harpies to hopefully kill the Tauren. But they're going to kill the Tauren, that's fine. Alright. I'm also going to hit some of the others, but they did survive. The individual explosions are not that strong, so harpies could kill a couple of frozen minis and still make it through. And now we have unbounds, we have harpies, we have Earth Elemental tanking. Earth Elemental, well, it just fell. But we're dealing a bunch of damage, and the Plague Farmer that I had in the flex slot keeps the poison up, and Kashoch just dies to the poison. Boom. But we can do better than that, so let's go in with Blackrock. This time I have the whale pegs here because, well, they're Blackrock mini, so I put them in. They're not really necessary. Unfortunately, I'm not getting the miner here because there's nothing that I want to send out there right now. Now I can finally send the miner, and as soon as I get that tower going, tower's up, but I'm actually not quite ready. Now we're getting ready, and now we turn the Kashoch. The freezing winds are far away, and I have harpies on Kashoch, I have chickens on Kashoch, and I have Earth Elemental tanking. And yeah, just look at it. It's beautiful. Just blasting away. I realized that there was actually a mountaineer that had made it through, but I can send chickens for that, and Kashoch is already down. Then it's heroic Kashoch with Horde, and again the same deal. I want to get that tower, I want to get it right away. So the first Earth Elemental that I spend is going to spend tanking the tower. Now I would also want to spend a miner. Just throw away something so that I can send a miner. And once I have sent the miner, okay, then we are going to wait until the tower is going to be rebuilt. And now I realize that I can't send the harpies out there. There's a mine, so we break the mine. And now there's a troll. So I try to mitigate the troll with the Earth Elemental so that I could finally send my harpies out there. And while Kashoch is focused on the Earth Elemental, I can also send some Unbound to hit it from behind. Because why not? And then bit of a battle there, but didn't make too much progress. But it's okay, we can send more stuff. So here we go, chickens are in. And we have Earth Elemental tanking, and we're starting to send harpies after the chickens. Chickens will blow up those things first. And I happen to have an Execute here. Execute is a Horde mini, so why not give some harpies Bloodlust too, and now we're just blasting away. And that Kashoch is taking so much damage from the harpies and the chickens, and there's so much poison here, and yeah, poor Kashoch. Actually managed to survive that, but not for long. Turn around with the Earth Elemental, send an Unbound DPS. You may use any Unbound DPS that you really like. I do enjoy Skeleton Party a lot here. Whelp's a little bit weaker because of the reasons I told you, that Kashoch typically kills the whelps as well as when they pop, but there's Kashoch down again. And one more time with the field, this time with the Undead. I mean, the same drill. Well, it is the same strategy. We have one strategy. So we try to take the tower on the left, and we try to mine from the right. And when the tower has been taken, then what we can do is we can send the harpies out there. This time that chicken is going to blow up the ghoul, which blows up some other stuff. And that in turn means that the tower is not going to be completed because the tower took a bunch of damage. And then I ran into a bit of a problem here. The squad, as you can see, could not tank Kashoch very effectively. But I'm trying to send some other teams, some chickens, some harpies, and oh no, they have a cave troll, but just got some damage in. Although while I was doing that, there was actually a mountaineer attack. And yeah, a single mountaineer can definitely kill your base when it's 3 levels higher. So good that I noticed to defend. But now there's an opening, but I sent those a little bit too early. Because as you can see, Kashoch targets from quite far away. So that actually didn't work out the way I wanted it to. Alright. Then let's go. Send another Unbound attack. Keep them in the corner. They were not quite far enough in the corner. They actually got frozen a little bit. And now there's various problems. But this should all be good. I could send an Earth Elemental there. I'm just going to let them be destroyed. I never liked those hobbies anyway. There we go. Now trying to get a little bit of an opening there to mine maybe. Although I guess actually it's going to be frozen before it can mine, so I don't like that I would actually get to mine there. Trying to defend the tower, but well, I actually did manage to defend the tower just barely. Everything is so frozen everywhere. My base is almost dead, my tower's almost dead, but now there is an opening. So I'm sending out the harpies. Here we go, here we go. Harpies are in. Harpies did get destroyed, but some damage was still done. Sending another batch of harpies, but that was sent a little bit too early. But I waited a little bit so that I would be able to send the Earth Elemental out there too. So a little bit sloppy play, but it should be okay. It is still very, very difficult to actually lose. Need to send something out there. Thank a little bit for the base, please. Now the troll is going to get frozen, so that's fine. Oh yeah, everything looks pretty good. I mean, we could just send... I could have just sent those to attack Kashoch. That push would have ended it. But this should still be fine. Then I could have used the chickens against the Mountaineer. So definitely could have done things better, but should all be fine in the end regardless. Scrambling to defend a bit, but it's gonna be fine because next up we're going to find the Earth Elemental. Now there's the Earth Elemental, then there's the Unbound DPS. Then I even use an Execute to give them Bloodlust, and then Kashoch is going to go down. Finally. 10 seconds. Well, Earth Elemental needs to hit it one more time and then it goes down. Boom. So that was Kashoch the Reaver, and we were doing it at more than 3 levels under. Thank you for watching. Click like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and a special thanks to all of my Patreon supporters, YouTube members and Twitch subscribers who make all of these videos possible.